Hello everyone, welcome back to Tomato Rocks. I know I'm a bit red, aren't I? It's because this morning I did a derma roll and I'm really hot now. It's not because I did a derma roll that I'm really hot, it's because I've got the heating on and I've just got a bit hot. But and also I've been kind of dabbing my face because I still am a bit shiny. So whenever I touch my face in any way, even if it's just to kind of, you know, I go bright red, which is weird, so never mind. But yeah, I'm very colourful today, and it's a bit enhanced by the fact that I'm wearing white. So just, maybe if I wore red, I wouldn't look red. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, firstly, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Secondly, I apologise. I forgot to do the joke and the Grogu thing yesterday. I was all excited in my thing and I forgot. So, never mind. We'll do it today. Now, I also forgot to tell you that Gary and I, the other night, we watched, I know it's Formula One weekend, but for goodness sake, we watched 3 movies to do with racing, or to do with cars. The first one that we watched was the story of Ferrari, the Enzo Ferrari film. The second one we watched was Lamborghini. Although they didn't race as such, they just made, first of all, tractors, believe it or not. And then they made stylish sports cars that people couldn't afford. And then we watched Rush because we really had it in us at that time. But to watch 3 films, me and Gary, without falling asleep, is pretty much a record. Anyway, Ferrari. Oh, wow. I don't know. Shocked me. It really did. It shocked me big time. And it was all to do with the Mille Miglia crash. And how that was filmed is unreal. They have... If you discount what it was, a crash that involved civilians. They're all civilians, aren't they? They're not in the military. Spectators. Don't really want to say too much because I want, if you're going to watch the film, I don't want to spoil it. But the way they filmed that was incredible. It leaves you thinking, how? Gary said, "Oh, CGI, I suppose." I went, don't know, how? That was just absolutely incredible. It was brilliant film. Really enjoyed it. Enjoyed Lamborghini and love Rush. But then that's got Chris Hemsworth in it. Anything, he could recite the phone book and I'd sit there lapping up every second. Just saying. So let's do this before I forget, because I said I won't forget and I might. So I'll carry on babbling away and inner drooling and I will forget. Where are we up to? This book looks upside down and it's weird because the bottom line's inset, so it kind of does look as if it should be that way up. Just blows my mind every time, really. Your old when? It started raining. Your little black book contains the numbers of doctors. Yep, okay. We're up to scratch. So your old when? Your children begin to look middle-aged. Oh. Considering they may get wind of this, I can't really say too much, but my children are now older than the age that I pretend to be. It's just not right. It's not. It's just not right. Didn't right, didn't fit, didn't proper. Well, if you watch Poldark, you'll know where that came from. Love Poldark. I'm in a Facebook group that says bring back Poldark. Okay, so I don't really want to rip off my double Grogu. And so as it's weekend, it's the same picture. So it don't matter none, does it? There you go. That's what we got. Did I forget? I don't know. I would have had one less, wouldn't I? I don't know. Maybe I didn't. Perhaps I'm going senile after all. Probably. Anyway. What else have I got to tell you? My good friend Jane, who we've made the chemo beanies for, she and I have been watching a young lady, and the reason that we watch her is because, you know, I had cancer, oral cancer. It was on my tongue. You know, I had that. Well, sometime after I had mine and got diagnosed and went through my treatments and stuff, a girl popped up on TikTok with her story. Her name was Rachel Morset, and we followed her. We followed her journey, and sadly, she passed away. So her cancer was extremely aggressive, but I do feel like from day one when she showed it, it was enormous. And I thought, surely it must have at a point been smaller that you would go and get that sorted, or get it looked at. I don't know. All I can say, it was aggressive, that is true, but if ever you get anything that you're not sure about, I mean, I know it's a pain in the butt to go to the doctors. I know it's awful in this country, especially, trying to get an appointment and a kerfuffle and all that stuff. But push them and get it done. Push them. That's all I can say. Make sure. I made a list. You'd be proud of me. I made a list. Oh, yeah. So today, Saturday for me. And I filmed a tutorial today. Because ever since I did the no turning chain, I keep getting asked questions. So then I did, about 5 people asked me if I would do a granny square one. So I did it. And then a few people had asked me about other stitches. So I put that at the end of my granny square. But people are still asking me about that. So either they've watched the granny square not all the way through, or they haven't seen that video. They see the one before. So I keep getting asked to do certain things. And one of them was if I would do a granny straight stitch. Do you know what I mean? Rather than a granny stitch. So, how many chains you'd do, how you do it with the stack. So I did that one today. And because, again, I've had a lot of questions asking me about other stitches, what I might do is a separate standalone video showing every stitch and how I would do it. Not necessarily how you do it. Because, I've noticed that other people have different techniques to me, and that's fine. But I know what works for me and what I like and the reasons why I do it. So I'll probably do that, a separate one. So the one that will pop up is the granny. But it's not just granny. You know me, I can't just do one thing. It's kind of granny and then variations upon. So all the ways that you can, add a little variety to your life, mate. Australian Grand Prix, it's in my brain, I know. Anything else? Oh yes, I ordered something which turned up today, and it is to do with my derma rolling. So if you're following me over on Rocksteady, I've got a little unboxing to do over there. It's actually a derma rolling update that I filmed this morning after doing this, and then at that time the thing had arrived, so I showed it. And I also did another little unboxing of some stuff I bought from Gems TV. Well, they used to be called that. They're now called Gemporia, but I can't get it in there that they needed to change their name at all. So, yeah. Anything else? Oh, yeah. I forgot the joke. I think I forgot it. Although, it doesn't look like it on the calendar. But then again, like I said, they're both the same day. So probably why. The new hooks. Oh, wow. Just melt these. If you haven't seen my unboxing of these, this kit comes in this box. It's a hard box, and inside you get all of these hooks. You get this, which is a very sort of squishy tape measure, and you get folding scissors, which I can now do, by the way. Gary sorted them out for me, and some stitch markers. So you get all these hooks. So you do get on a sewing needle that matches. It's all this copper kind of colour. So I used them. I used them in my new tutorial, and I had a little play with doing a swatch before with one of them, but I used them properly this time. Properly, yeah, I didn't use them improperly before, but I used them to do the new tutorial, and I love them already. I do. They seriously are Absolutely brilliant. And they're called Mellow. And they are lovely. They are absolutely lovely. I didn't hold out, you know, I thought when I got them I wanted them, you know, I really thought, oh, I love the look of those. I need to get them, and I hope they're all right and everything else. But for one thing, they're inline, and I don't really use inline. I've got gifted some Susan Bates, and they are great. But these ones have handles, which the Susan Bates didn't, and I had to buy handles. They've got this lovely walnut handle, and then this gorgeous kind of copper coloured neck. I won't call it the other thing. And the stamp of the size is on the side. I don't know if you can see it because it's too shiny. But oh my God, I have loved using these. I really have. They're I can't sing their praises enough. They're brilliant. They really are. I love them. So I am glad I bought myself a set. And this is it. So hopefully, if I keep them all nice together like this, in this little case, I'll never go, oh, I can't find a 4.5 crochet hook. I can't find a 5 crochet hook. Because I do that. I do. All the time. I'm always losing them. Funny enough, I've got 5. 5 now. I've found them all. But there are times when I think I'm going to have to get one out of my shop because I can't find it and I really need it and I'm not using that one. I want to use that. Over the time now, I've got 5 4.5s. I have a true story. But I'm going to stop. I have to stop doing that, you know. I have to stop doing that. Have I got anything else to tell you? Probably. I don't know. I didn't give myself a chance to write everything down. So probably there is. But whatever it is, I don't know. Don't know. No, it's gone up. There's nothing. I'm just a big void. Just a big void of nothingness. No, there probably is. But you know what it's like. So the weather is just either, it was glorious sunshine, really, really nice earlier, a little tiny bit fresh, then it rains. And then it's nice and then it rains. But we really don't want rain. We've got Lake Windermere up the road, just saying. There's a puddle, honestly, and it's so deep it might as well be the Grand Canyon. Absolutely awful. It is absolutely awful, but yeah. So over the Easter, I'm going to be going out a little bit, so hopefully I'll still get all my jobs done and videos and stuff. But there might be a day where I'm not about so much. But now that I film later on, oh God, that is such a godsend. It has really opened up things. You know, I was able to go out and do the stuff that I've got to get done. And like yesterday, Gary said, oh, let's just go to the shop before we do so-and-so. And I could do that, you know, not thinking, like, no, we've got to go after, which he always used to hate. So now it is, I can't tell you what a game changer that has been to my life, seriously. And I'm good doing all these tutorials and getting so much crochet done, which I didn't have time for before. I just didn't get the time. But now I've got time to sort of be bored. Hey, can you believe it? Just make sure I've not got a message, because Gary's been messaging me. Hang on, let me just reply. He's been busy all day and he hadn't messaged me, and then all of a sudden he messaged me like, are you there? So no, I'm busy. You know what I mean? Just saying. Whew. Anyway, I'm going to get off and upload this video before I talk absolute gibberish to you. But if you get the chance and you're not squeamish, watch Rush. Yeah, watch Rush, you know, because you wouldn't need to be squeamish in Rush. The only one that I didn't watch was the Shelby story. I can't remember what that's called. You know, the one that's got Christian Bale in it. Paul said to me, my oldest son, now you need to watch that now you've seen those 3. And I thought, well, yeah, maybe, and that's the next one. But anyway, that's about Le Mans. So, yeah, watch Ferrari. Very, very good film, and lots of things I didn't know. But I did Google afterwards. I Googled the events of it, and there was other things that they didn't put in the film that they should have. You know, it just seemed strange that they didn't. But yeah, great film, but not for the faint-hearted though. Most of it is fine, most of it, but yeah, there is this one bit. So thank you for getting me to 18k, wow, and beyond, because at this precise moment in time, as I sit here looking very red, I'm at 18,151. It has slowed down, but I still get those videos and comments coming in, so I know it's still got some traction. It is weekend. Weekends can sometimes be a little hit and miss, depends. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for everything you do for me. And as I mentioned on a couple of videos before, poor old Rocksteady can do with some watch hours if anybody is, well, at a loose end, basically. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everyone, and hopefully I won't be the colour of a tomato on the next one. Toodaloo.